Hey guys, I'm Kate, Plastic Free Mermaid. We're here at the Unwrapped conference hosted by Upstream Solutions, and I'm here with Dr. Leonardo Trasande, pediatrician and author of Sicker, Fatter, Poorer. And hey Leo.
How are you?
Great! So give us a little bit about the economics of plastic food packaging.
So when it comes to changing packaging for the better and protecting people, what we often hear is that it's too costly. And the reality is there are huge potential benefits to prevention, but they've not been documented until very recently. So we did a series of studies back in 2014-15. We started in Europe and we found that hormone disrupting chemicals, these are the chemicals that literally hack our natural molecular signals for temperature, metabolism, salt, sugar, even sex. And the cost of those exposures in Europe is 163 billion euro. That's 209 billion US dollars a year. That's 1.2% of our gross domestic product.
Wow.
So when people say, oh, this is a small potatoes problem, this is just a human health problem, a mom and baby problem, that kind of information really adds a lot of power. And so as a dad, as a pediatrician, as an American, I came back to the US thinking, well, what are the costs here? And what we found is there are even more, $340 billion, 2.3% of our gross domestic product. So that really makes a business case for doing the right thing.
So the chemicals that we're exposed to from the packaging are costing us this much.
They're a big part of it.
Okay.
They're not the biggest part of it.
Okay.
The biggest part of it are the flame retardant chemicals and the pesticides. But let's drill down for a minute on the phthalates, the Teflon-like chemicals, the bisphenols that are used in aluminum cans.
Right.
Those chemicals have been found in our work to contribute to childhood obesity for bisphenol A, adult obesity and diabetes for the phthalates, not to mention even infertility, unfortunately. And we talk a lot about sperm count in men being associated with chemicals that mess with the male sex hormone, but there's something else going on there. We've done a series of studies looking at phthalates and testosterone in particular, and low T is a marker for or predictor of adult cardiovascular disease and stroke.
Wow.
So we're not just talking about a lifestyle issue here.
Right.
We're talking about things that are life or death matters. We did a series of studies showing 10,000 adult men die each year as a result of phthalate-induced decreases in testosterone, costing us $9 billion a year.
Wow. And that's in America, in the States?
That's in the US.
Wow.
Yeah.
What can we do? How do we avoid this, or what's the call to action?
So the call to action here is that there are safe and simple steps we can all take to limit these exposures, but we need to make
and save our country money.
Yes, and save our country money. That's right. And we need to make that business case to our elected officials at the state level and even at the national level. And so here's an example to really put that into focus, because some people say, you know, you're not going to move the needle a little bit and reduce costs a bit. So we did, again, a different study, this time with bisphenol A, and said, what if you actually did the right thing and got it out of cans? And we found that just for two disease outcomes, childhood obesity and adult cardiovascular disease, you could save $1.7 billion in costs, and it would cost you $2.2 billion. So we're almost at a wash here.
Wow.
And that is just focusing on two of the many conditions associated with BPA. So, we actually did some other studies looking at what are uncertainties and how that might influence our results. And the payout might actually be 6-to-1 in our favor. That speaks to the reality that doing the right thing doesn't just affect our lives, it produces economic benefits for us all that outweigh those costs.
So if I were your local legislator or governor or someone, what would you do? Would you call me? Would you write me? And what would you say?
I would give you a call.
Okay.
I'd give you a 60-second elevator pitch. Hey,
is this Leo? Hey, Leo. What's up?
How you doing?
I'm good. A little busy.
There you go. Well, let me just give you the short and skinny. So if we were able to ban all bisphenols from aluminum cans, banning BPA isn't going to do it enough. There are not just human health benefits for our lives, but there are also benefits for our economy. We might actually save more money in healthcare expenses compared to the costs of the known safer alternatives to BPA, for example.
Okay, I'm listening.
And so that's why if you do the right thing and facilitate the law that would require the ban, we actually could then work with companies to find the safer alternatives and actually replace these in the lining of aluminum cans.
So I'm liking that. I'm liking that sound of safer alternatives. That sounds good. Where can people find out more about this, like the statistics, or to kind of arm themselves with these sorts of persuasive
So the
information?
book has a lot of this information, but if you want some videos that really make it short and sweet too, over and above what we're doing right here, you can go to sickerfatterpoorer.com or leotrasande.com. And I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Leo Trasande as well.
Perfect. Thanks, Leo. Thanks,
pleasure.
you guys. Definitely subscribe to hear more from the Unwrapped conference, and thanks so much.
Thank you.
Yay.
This is awesome.